Hey guys! Okay, One Take Sunday. Although technically it is now Monday because it is 12:23 a.m. while I am recording this right now. So here's my one taker. Today, Sunday, technically yesterday now that you're all watching this. Man, I have been exhausting myself today. Although it was my rest day, sorry, my dog is ripping something apart. Okay, let's move on. Focus. One take, so no editing. Great. Um, I've been banging my head against a wall with editing basically. I'm working on all the editing, which is a lot of work for the 100th vlog, which I feel I don't. I'm nervous now because I don't want to hype it up to be something like totally crazy awesome. And I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna be like, well, that wasn't even that great. You know what I mean? Like when people overhype things and then it ends up not being as good as what they hyped it up to be. I mean, I think it's good. I think it's going to be great, but I don't want you guys to be super excited and then be like, okay, enough. But anyways, that's the truth of what I was doing most of the day today was working on that. So I'm pretty burnt out, and see, it is Father's Day. So I called my father, had a nice long talk with my dad to say Happy Father's Day, and talked to Rob to say Happy Father's Day. Sadly, of course, he has to be working out of town and cannot be home for Father's Day, but that's okay. It's life. That's what happens. So, anyways, Jay and I just spent the day kind of quietly hanging out. We did go up to Target. That was like our excitement. I got to the point where I was like, I need to get out of this house. I just have to. I don't even care if I walk around Target and don't buy one thing. I just need to get out of the house and do something. And when you have a kid, you're limited to the things that you can and cannot do. You know, it's not like I can just pick up and go downtown and hang out, on the boardwalk at night with a kid. Not safe. It's not like I can just, oh, let's just go and see a movie. Not with a kid, depending on their age, of course, but at his age, not going to happen. So, limited with what I could do. So, we kind of spent the night at home. I rented a movie on demand, and I just finished that, which is why I'm up so late. But, anyways, back to everything else that matters, I guess. I don't know. I'm so scatterbrained. Scatterbrained, Julie, again. Um, what I did want to talk to you about, I thought it was very sweet on Rob's part that he, on his own today, where he's working, came across an article in a magazine. And it actually ties in a lot with what I had been talking about previously. And actually, for those of you who may follow Weight Loss for Dudes, his name is Bert, he put up a little bit of a lengthier video. It was like 22 minutes long or something, but he was talking about it as well when it talks about your moods and things as part of what he was talking about. And Rob came across this article and he sent it to me. Um, please, please, excuse the look when I'm going like this because I'm reading it off of the screen because it wasn't his magazine, so all he could do was take a picture of the article on his phone as close as he could. So I'm reading from a picture basically. But the article, and I was trying to ask him what magazine or whatever it was from, but he never got back to me. So I don't know, but if I find out, I'll let you know so you can read it as well. The article is called Your Mind on Aerobics. And it says basically, break a sweat to improve your mind? Indeed, exercise has a beneficial effect on mood, memory, and learning. And that comes from a Harvard Medical School psychiatrist, John Rayleigh or Rady. I can't read it. Basically, it doesn't come out right. But it has a few points as to why exercise helps. And one of them, point number one, it says jumping on the treadmill for 30 minutes can be an instant way to blow off tension by boosting levels of soothing brain chemicals like serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. In fact, exercise may actually work on a cellular level to reverse stress's toll on the aging process. According to a recent study from the University of California, San Francisco, stressed out women who exercised vigorously for an average total of 45 minutes over a 3-day period had cells that showed fewer signs of aging compared to women who were stressed and not active. Working out also helps prevent brooding by altering blood flow to those areas in the brain involved in triggering us to relive these stressful thoughts again and again. So basically, what that says to me is that exercise is everything that we think it is. And what I mean by that is I've heard Jonesy90 talk about it, and I've said it a few times, but I've noticed that when I'm feeling stressed out or anxious or even upset or emotional, if I go for a run, afterwards my mood is completely altered, or I find that whatever it was that I was stressed out about or worried about or upset about or emotional about seems to have simplified itself throughout the run. And it's almost as if when I get back from that run or exercise, whatever you choose to do for your exercise, even if it's walking, whatever, when you get back, you physically and quite literally, according to the studies that were in this article, your body releases these chemicals which actually are the real reason why we experience those feelings of stress relief or calmness or not being upset, the reverse of the feelings we were having before we exercised, if that makes sense. So I just thought that was super interesting, and Rob actually sent it to me because he said, I think this is something you might talk about in your videos. So I thought that was very sweet, and he was right. It's a great article, and I really liked it. So I just thought that was part of it that I just thought was like, huh, interesting. And it's also something that I was talking about with Jen Jonesy90 when we were Skyping. It's funny now because sometimes when I'm in a crabby mood or I'm kind of naggy or bitchy towards Rob, I guess sometimes, because I'll admit it happens. He'll be like, "Hun, did you work out today? Maybe you should go for another run." And I remember when I started doing those 5 a.m. runs, Rob came to me once and he said, I think you should keep doing those. And I was like, oh yeah, why is that? He goes, because you're a lot nicer to me when you do. Which is something that we just laughed about. I'm not mean to him, but I think what it was just what that article was talking about, was when I got up to do those runs in the morning, my day started off so much better, and I felt more relaxed, I felt happier, I felt more productive because going for that run in the morning had released those chemicals in my brain. So I guess what I'm saying here is that article that Rob sent to me kind of sealed the deal for me that I think maybe I should go back to running in the morning on my own outside. It's going to be tough. I don't think, it's tough for me to even get up at 7 in the morning right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep getting up at 5 a.m. every single day to go for a run this entire summer. But I'm going to shoot for right now, not this week because Rob's not back yet. He'll be back midweek. So not this week, but the following week, I'm going to start and I will shoot for 2 days that week that I will get up at 5 and do that run. And that's what I'll shoot for. And if I find that I'm not too tired during the day, or that, it hasn't affected me negatively or anything, which I don't know how, considering what I just talked about with the chemicals and stuff, how it would affect me negatively. But anyways, I will shoot the next week for another day and hopefully work up to at least 4 to 5 days a week running in the morning, because I think that that might be also part of why I'm in this kind of rut. So, anyways, also what I'm holding is a fortune cookie paper thing. Yeah, that does mean actually that we had Chinese tonight, but it doesn't mean what you think we had. I went and just got a couple egg rolls, which I know they're not the best, but I really wasn't too hungry for dinner, so I didn't want an entire platter. I didn't want, everything that I normally would get there. I just was like, a spring roll sounds good. So I got 2 of those. So they're not even egg rolls, they're spring rolls. Wait, no, they were egg rolls. Never mind. They're egg rolls. See? Scatterbrain. Okay, so I got 2 egg rolls. I split one of them in half and let Jay have little pieces of that because he'd never had one before, I don't think. So I let him taste that. But anyways, the lady was nice and gave us a few extra fortune cookies because she's like, oh, he's so cute. Let him have cookies. So I opened one of them, And I always love reading the fortunes. I'm like that. And sometimes I keep them. Actually, I do it a lot. See this? This is my food journal, my old one that I'm bringing back now. And one of them, I have one of them posted in the front of the journal. And it says, "Look up in the sky tonight, have a moment for yourself." And it's funny how sometimes I find these fortunes come to me at the time, like they come to me at the times that I need to hear that the most. And I remember when I opened up this one, it was where I was just working so hard with school and being so busy with Rob and the baby and everything, and I was kind of slacking off with my exercise and all that, and this popped up one of the fortune cookies, and it was the reason I started this book up. And I started to take some moments for myself and put myself at the top of my list, at least here and there. So that was one of them. But anyways, back to the one that I got tonight. This one says, "May the warm winds of heaven blow softly upon your sprint." And what could have spoken better to me tonight than this? Talking about the warm winds of heaven blowing softly upon my sprint, which means my running, which has to do with what I've been thinking about, starting up my morning runs again. I mean, what? You can't make this stuff up. So, anyways, I'm going to tape that one to the front of this as well. I just like doing that. So, that's my new decision for today. I guess today was day 98. So that will be the title up there. I'm deciding that now. And that's it, guys. So One Take Sunday is done. And the next you'll see from me is an Everybody Dance Now Monday video. I don't know why I did that. Okay, I'm going to go and stop further embarrassing myself. So talk to you later. Good night.